In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the new moon in Gemini on Friday, May 22nd. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave. That way you'll never miss out on another video. I do upload a free pick a card reading on my channel every single Friday, so you don't want to miss out. Okay, today we're going to be talking about 5 things you need to know about this upcoming new moon that we're having on Friday, May 22nd. This new moon is going to be in the sign of Gemini. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that Venus is in retrograde. So last month on the full moon, I didn't have a full moon video for you guys. I actually took a break. It was a very much needed break, but I'm back. Before we get started, I do want to say that our video this month was sponsored. It was sponsored by a company called Truly Divine. Now, I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this because I get a ton of questions from you guys about rising signs, sun, moon, rising, and just what does it mean? What does everything mean? What does it mean when something is in Mercury? What did the planets look like when you were born? What does it mean? How is it going to affect your life? And most importantly, how can you navigate through it to make it a power instead of a weakness? So these are questions I get so much, and this company, Truly Divine, is actually a company that does natal charts, and they do astrology readings, relationship analysis readings. They do a few different kinds of readings, and so I said, yes, I want to try it out. I am very, very picky in getting my cards read or anything read by anyone else. And a short, quick story, the reason why is because when I was younger, my mom actually was a single mom, and she went to a priest to get an astrology reading of she needed some guidance and she needed some help in her life. So we went to a priest, and the priest charged $100-something for me, my sister, and my mom each for an astrology reading. So what happened is he gave us a printout. It was like a 20-page booklet. It was just on plain white paper that you just print out from your computer at home. And so first I thought that was kind of weird, but I was really young. I went through it, didn't really understand much of it, but my mom kept those. Now that was over $300 he took from a single mother. Nothing came of it. He never explained anything, what anything in there meant. He just gave the booklet and made his $300 off a single mom. And nothing ever came of it. So years later, when I was, I think, probably 17 or 18, I was going through a lot of the things that my mom had. We were cleaning, and I found the booklets. Now, I read the booklets, I went through it, I could understand some things better, keep in mind this was really old, right? So what I saw is on the bottom of the booklet, there was the name of a software. I Googled the software. The software costs around, I think, $49.99 at that time. That was like 10 years ago. And what he did is he bought the software, and then he would print out the astrology reading for like $100 and just give it to the client and not explain anything, not go over it, not, offer some rituals or some advice or some guidance or clarity. That's why people go to priests, right? Nothing. So I really thought that was such a shitty situation where a priest, a person of power and status, and a person that people go to in their times of need, just took advantage, especially a single mom with 2 kids, took advantage and took the money, and it was disgusting. So ever since I saw that, I was so turned off by priests and readings and astrology and horoscopes. I just felt like I had a negative connotation towards everything. When this company reached out to me, I went and researched the company. I also asked a bunch of questions. Now, I'm one of those that I will annoy you with questions before I say yes. So I asked a bunch of questions. Is this from a software? I had a bad experience with a reading. Relationship analysis, I was like, no, I don't want it. But after talking to the company more and more, they have an in-house team so they do pull the astrology and the charts and stuff from a software, but they have an in-house team that breaks everything down and kind of goes through it and explains everything in the booklet. So you get like a 65-page booklet. And when I got my reading, I got a reading done for myself, my boyfriend, and also a relationship analysis of me and my boyfriend. And I just want to tell you guys, holy shit, it was very, very eye-opening what it did for me. I'm not going to show you because I don't want my natal chart to be out there. So I learned a lot. I gained a lot of clarity about why I act certain ways in certain situations. The relationship analysis, we're still reading over it, but if you guys are in relationships, get the relationship analysis. At first, I was like, no, I don't want it. With readings, you're actually implanting seeds into your mind. So if somebody plants like a scary or negative or anxiety-driven seed into your mind with a reading, I don't necessarily agree with that, and I don't like that. So that was something I was scared of. Now this reading, of course, it told you where your weaknesses are, where you need to focus more on, where you need to take your focus out of because you're way too much focused in it, just where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, how to strengthen your weaknesses. It's very, very helpful. Something that I actually learned was my Saturn and Mercury placement, and how I have this like struggle between obligations and feeling free, which is very, very true. And for me to read that, and then it just makes everything so clear. It makes everything so like, okay, now I know what's going on. Now I know why I'm struggling with these things. It put everything into perspective, and it makes me feel like I have more power over myself, because now I know, okay, this is the situation. This is why I feel this way. Now let's move forward in a way that I'm more in power of that area of my life. So it's very, very helpful. Now I do have a 30% off code for you guys. Use my name, Sheetal. I'll leave it down below so you guys can use it, and you get 30% off the reading. The natal chart reading is $45, and the relationship analysis is $34. They have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time, so you should get your reading pretty quickly. I got mine like less than 24 hours, and I had 3 readings done. So they're very, very quick, very accurate. I love it. With that being said, let's start. 5 things you need to know about this new moon in Gemini that we're having on Friday. The first thing we should know about this new moon that we're having in Gemini is you're gonna notice yourself feeling more laid back, feeling more chill, and just like not a lot of things are gonna get to you like they used to. You feel more relaxed, you feel more tranquil and calm, you feel a little bit more level-headed and grounded. It's like you allow yourself to take a deep breath and a really big sigh of relief. Things that were heavily stressing you out, heavily causing you worry and anxiety, they just won't anymore. You kind of have this different perspective of the things that used to stress you out. You have a new mentality towards it. The second thing we should know about this new moon in Gemini is that we're going to be noticing this balance between our physical self and our spiritual self. So the two are merging, the two are coming together, and what is not in alignment with them blending together is going to fall away. This is a very, very good thing. It means the stressors in your life, the worry in your life, the misaligned energies in your life are going to just fall away. You also may find yourself making new adjustments in your life of where you want to be more spiritual and how you want to be more present in the physical reality. A lot of changing around things in your house, decluttering, moving around furniture, a lot of changing your environment. So your outside, your physical environment kind of matches your spiritual environment. So as within, so without. You may notice yourself getting more into your hobbies, getting more spiritual, whatever it is that you need. You'll be pulled towards more spiritual direction if you need to be more spiritual, and you'll be pulled towards the more physical aspect if you need to be. For example, if you need to be more present in your physical reality, because you're way too much in your head in the spiritual world, then you might find yourself wanting to go spend more time outdoors, gardening, maybe walking, spending more time in nature, basically. Basically, you're going to be making changes in your physical reality that match your spiritual self. Third thing we should know about this new moon in Gemini is that a lot of us are going to be going even more within. So I know that this is a journey that's been happening for a while now, especially with everything that's going on right now, but we're going more within. You may find yourself being a lot more in your head, a lot more with your thoughts, processing your thoughts, hearing your thoughts, just, you know, going through it, decluttering it, organizing your thoughts. It's a lot of time with you and yourself and having conversations with yourself, answering a lot of questions that you just kind of left up in the air. This is a very, very good thing, but it's so important not to get lost in this. So anytime you feel like you're way too much in your head, right? You want to ground yourself, bring yourself back to reality, into your physical world. So do something in your physical reality. Cook, clean, paint, walk, run, like, you know, something physical. I like to say, give your brain a little vacation. So what I like to do is read a book or just watch something on Netflix or YouTube, kind of just allow my mind to have a little fun, or maybe play some games or something. The fourth thing we should know about this new moon in Gemini is we're going to find ourselves being more compassionate, being more empathetic, feeling more understanding of people. This comes to something very profound. You may find yourself looking at situations that happened in your past, but with a completely different perspective, where you're more understanding, you're more compassionate, you feel more empathy. And what this is gonna do is gonna lead you to forgive so much. It's so much forgiveness coming in, and that in turn is going to allow so much very deep healing that you were not able to get before, forgiveness that you were not able to give before. Now you get to, because you see it from a whole different perspective, a whole new mentality. Instead of looking at these situations and experiences and even traumas and getting angry and anxious and triggered, you look at it now with a place of love, a place of understanding, and just a whole different kind of energy. This is going to allow healing and forgiveness like never before. Now, another thing is, you may even notice that people or someone may reach out to you to try to talk to you again, to try to say hi, maybe somebody that you had a fallout with a long time ago. Or you may even notice yourself reaching out to somebody because, you know, you just want to see how they are, or you just want to move on, forgive and forget, forgive and heal. So this forgiveness and healing that's happening within may manifest itself into the physical reality, where you have interaction with somebody that you forgave, or have interaction with somebody that forgave you for something. So the last thing, the fifth thing we should know about this new moon in Gemini is that every new moon and every full moon, our chakras get affected. So some chakras get affected more than the others. And when a specific chakra gets affected, sometimes that area of the body also gets really, really sensitive. So this new moon is all about our heart chakra and our solar plexus chakra. So right between our belly button and our heart, that's where the solar plexus is. And then our heart is, of course, our heart chakra. So these areas are going to be a little bit more sensitive. You may find yourself feeling a little bit more like you want to belong. You may find yourself feeling more emotional. Pay attention to your lungs, your chest, your respiratory system, and your fingers, your hands. These, you may, like, again, physical reality, right? You're gonna want to do something with your hands. Or you may feel your hands are sensitive and you just want to kind of give your hands a break. What I always recommend is to take a bath during a new moon or a full moon, just to get all your chakras aligned and just to take a rest and breather. So those are 5 things that you should know about this new moon in Gemini. Make sure that if you guys are interested in getting a reading done, a relationship analysis, natal chart, astrology readings, head over to Truly Divine. I have 30% off code for you. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys real soon.